Hi all. Sorry about the late start. Seems my computer decided to be a little difficult today because I had just installed a new NVIDIA driver and it decided, well, I have to reboot. So it rebooted and then it blue screened on me and I was like, oh God, please don't do this to me. So, yeah. Had just a little bit of an issue getting started, but that's okay because we're here. Okay, so we don't have a ton today, but we do have a little. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you what I am working on. Give me just a moment. Like I said, my computer's being a little weird. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so you can take a look. Oops. Wrong button. It happens. Let's see here. Screen share. Okay, I'm gonna have to. There we go. Although it came out all crooked. Well, not crooked, but you know what I mean. Okay. So this is the baby bamboo that I am currently working on. And right now what I am doing, that's weird, is I am telling it that I want certain things, certain colors. Which is proving to be slightly difficult. So I'm going to have to go into detail on some of them, which is fine, I don't mind. Yeah, I'll have to fix the leaf on that one. Okay, and some of them I'll have to do manually, sorry, excuse me. Do manually. That should be okay. That one should be okay. Nope. And okay. So the rest of them I'll have to, yeah, I'll have to do manually. And I'm okay with that. Double checking. But okay. So let's get out of there and straighten him out so y'all can get a better view. So this is the baby bamboo. He's the one I'm currently working on, and as soon as I get his color profile finished, we will print him out. Right now what's in the printer is actually for Sonia. She's working on our big server, so she needed some hard drive adapters basically for the bay to go from a 3.5 drive to a 2.5 drive. We have both. But okay, so you see the color profile that I'm working on. Now we do have a couple of new prints to show, and so I will switch over to craft 2, because if I switch over to craft 1, you're going to get a pretty good view of a kitty cat. So craft 2 it is. Okay, I'm still adjusting my cameras. Whoop. That might do it. So at least we can see something. Okay, so we do have a keychain that we are going to work on. Okay, and I'll show that to you in just a moment, after I show you the dragon. No dropping. Okay, this. Okay, tell me that face isn't just adorable. But he is our baby sunflower. And he's just so cute. Okay. And then we have new keychain. And this is a rose dragon tail. I actually have 2 of these. I'll show you the other one in a moment. Okay. Biscuit buddy, I need the other camera because this one doesn't focus properly. Switching screens. Like I said, kitty. But, okay. See, this one focuses much better. And, I mean, as you can see, I have a lot already ready to go. So we're going to hang this one up there. And here is the other one. In blue. I love blue roses. Aren't they gorgeous? Okay. And then our newest keychain. Is from the Clover Dragon. This is the Clover Dragon tail. And yes, he has little gold coins. Okay, so that's the one we're going to be putting together. So I'm going to switch back to the other craft screen. Yeah, you see the tons of keychains that are sitting there. Together it's simple, but it's not simple. One second. I could have swore I just had. I guess I don't. Alright, give me 1 second, y'all. Tell this was meant for a carbon and not for a P1S. Really had a nice adhesion to it. Okay. So bear with me 1 moment, guys. I need to run into the other room to get the adhesive and give this to my other half. So I will be right back, and then we'll work on that keychain. Okay. So give me 1 second. Let me start that part. No, not A2, A4. Okay. Now we can do a keychain. Okay. Very little needle nose pliers. Because we take the loop on the end. Stretch it just enough so our tail fits on there. And this is the tricky part. It normally gives me a really hard time, so let's see if we can get it without it giving me such a hard time. And of course not. Alright, let's try the other way around, because that way it's not working so well. This is an instance when you need like 5 hands. Ow! So you don't pinch yourself into an oblivion with your needle nose. But that's it. That's all there is to it. That really hurt. So there's another keychain. Yeah, most of the work is in printing. But we will be printing the baby bamboo tonight. Well, we'll start it tonight. It'll finish in the morning. Because I have a feeling this is probably going to be the longest baby print that we do. And the reason I say that, 1 second, let me switch. The reason I say that is because we are utilizing all 4 colors pretty much through the entire dragon. And yes, I know the whites of his eyes are actually gold, not yellow, but gold, along with his teeth, because I can only use 4 filaments, so white's not an option. Because I needed the brown for the roots, or bark, or whatever you want to call it, and of course the green for the base, the light green for the bamboo stalks, and then I'll show you here in just a second. Get those out of there. Okay. So now take this over to the gold. And yes, I zoom in very, very close. Because I don't like making mistakes. And having to repeat when I mess up. Those mess ups are usually really easy to take care of. I will take care of it once I get the gold down, because there's going to be more. Okay, we gotta zoom out because we gotta tilt just slightly. kitties. Kitties everywhere. Glad I took it down. See that? Okay. Hi, Tiger. Do you say you're gonna say hi to everybody? Oops, wrong color. Alright. One band. Not the front of the band, anyway. Nope. Gotta turn slightly. Okay, and then tilt back up this way. Turn again. And yes, I see the dark green marks. I will get to those. Oops, I did it again. Light green, not dark green. Sometimes it is easier just to use the paint. Not all the time, but sometimes. And shush, I'm very aware of what those look like. Because unfortunately I have an extremely dirty mind. Okay, back to the bold. Tilt it slightly. Okay. Okay, now let's see if we can get to that corner at all. We may have to do this a little tricky like. And yes, I'm aware I'm one of those people, you know, if I go in a tunnel or something, I duck. I'm looking under something, I'm doing this, even though. See? Doesn't that look so much better? And I forgot whatchamacallit. Go. Okay. Like I said, sometimes a paintbrush just works better. That's slightly disturbing. Okay. And yeah, this is probably going to seem slightly weird. That's okay. I've actually wanted to do this dragon in these particular colors for a while. And the only reason I hadn't done them until now was because, I actually didn't know I had the bright green. I have my normal green, you know, that I use. I used on the adult bamboo and on the clover, and of course, you know, the base of the rose dragon and everything. That will look a ton better when the rest of that bamboo is done. Because there is all this is all bamboo. I told him you were redoing some of the server stuff. Oops. I did it again. Okay. disturbs me. It doesn't look right. Yeah, right? Yeah, having my main computer back again is very, very nice. Okay, they can't see the monitor. Well, okay, hold on. Alright, give me a second, guys. Let me go to a different screen. Okay. Yeah, you can see my monkey. But, what I'm going to show you... Hopefully it'll come out the right way. Oh, it's going to be upside down. But you'll get the idea. Oop, wrong way. There we go. That is a huge freaking monitor. Huge. But as you can see, I've got the stream program open on one side and I've got my Bamboo Studio open on the other. I'm actually loving this. But, okay, let's go back to the craft table. Oh, yeah, bear with me. I'm going to change screens while I'm moving that around. And I'll adjust it the next time I'm on that screen. But it should be at least in sort of the same position, at least close to it. But yeah, the ultra-wide monitor is beautiful. You know, it's basically dual screen without the dual screens. I could actually have 3 screens going on this thing, and I can still see and understand everything, which is absolutely beautiful. Okay. Go back to our dragon. Because we still got quite a bit to do. Of course, I'm not going to make y'all sit through the entire thing, because this dragon is going to take me a long while to get him fully ready to print. Which is fine, I don't mind. You're gonna hear my very vocal kitty in the background because he's demanding attention and I wouldn't let him up here. So he's probably gonna go bug Sonia. Oops. Didn't miss it. Yeah, we did. No. Gotta turn more because I can't tell if that goes to the leaf or if it goes to the bamboo stalk. I think that works. Let's check. Oh, I got some more over here. We got more. There we go. Okay. To that one, thank you. See, looks much better when the actual bamboo stalk is done. I'm gonna get a little closer to this one. It's kind of tight. Oops. Those separate. Oops. And that's usually why I end up zooming in like super close, is so that doesn't happen as often. That is part of the grain. Okay, turn slightly. Maybe that. Much. Yay. All pretty. But yep. Okay, we'll do that one more stalk right here, just so we can have the front of the head done. See you in a dark spot. Okay. Alright, those are just normal dark spots. This one. Yep. Oh, I'm getting all kinds of crooked, ain't I? There we go. Nope. Ah, what the crap? That was a little weird. Hmm? Straighten ourselves back out here. Sorry, I see him. I gotta fix him. I think we got almost all of them. At least on this one, anyway. Neat. So pretty much he's gonna, most of him's gonna look like that. And I mean, I could change the brown to black. Wait, that's not black, that's blue. There we go. Honestly, I think the brown looks a little better, but that's just my opinion. Okay, so, like I said, I'm not going to make y'all sit here and watch me do the entire thing. But this way you guys get an idea of what I'm working on. Okay. So for now, I am just going to do a quick save. Let's see, as of right now, with the settings that I currently have him at, I'm going to do a quick slice and see what his stats are. He might take a minute or two. 390 layers. Wow. Okay. He is a little expensive. But that's okay, because one thing I haven't done yet is that. And I've done that to all of our baby dragons. That way they're not the same size as the adults. It's a baby. Alright, now let's see what happens. Yes, I'm aware we've got floating regions. Much better. Still takes a full day to print, but much better. see what it's like once we get them finished. I also have them at a pretty high setting too. So if I put them back to the original settings, shaves off 6 hours. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's pretty average. Most of our babies have been averaging between 14 and 17 hours pretty much. So, you know, it's also because I do the filament changes and all that kind of goody stuff, so it takes just a little bit longer when you have all those filament changes. It does. Alright, yeah, that's the next part I'm going to be working on. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go back to the main screen. One second, I gotta make my chat window a little bigger here. Okay. So hopefully the quality of this stream was a lot better than what we tried to do on Sunday. Sonia said that I'm not a slideshow this time, so hopefully that means everything is going very smoothly and yada yada yada. But that's pretty much it for today. You know, we got the couple of new things that I showed you. Well, 4 new things that I showed you. And of course, you know, you guys have already seen the keychains. I'm not supposed to tick tock. I know we had some issues with showing some of them, so give me a moment, I'll switch screens. Okay, let me turn off that. And why did I go to... Hold on. Apparently my head's up my butt. Okay, so we have this one here. Yep, going to the other one again. This one just doesn't like to focus. Sorry, you get a biscuit. So, this is the tail of the butterfly dragon. Okay. These next 2 are also butterfly dragon tails, just different colors, sort of. Okay, so there's the 2 tails there. One second, I've got more. Your feet. Oh, I call them dragon paws. Okay, and then we got a couple of dragon heads. This one matches the dragon tail, the gold dragon tail. This one matches one of the other butterfly dragon tails. I think he's just neat. Now look at the top, look at the colors. Isn't that neat? I adored the way this one came out. Okay. And then, of course, we got, plenty more dragon paws. I got 4 of those. And we've got, last but definitely not least, it's a dragon wing. Isn't that neat? So we're getting there with our keychains. We are definitely getting there. I know I showed this one already. I just like the way it moves. But so those are the keychains that we have done so far. And I forgot one. I'm sorry. This is the end of a dragon tail, so it's not the whole tail, just the end. And yes, it matches the wings. It's so pretty. I was very, very tempted to actually keep this one and put it on my keychain. But as my wife would tell me, I can make dozens if I really, really wanted to. But for now, since it's our first introduction to the keychains in our return to the markets, I'm trying not to go too overboard, even though I really, really want to, and I just want to keep printing. But that's just me. I have a love of dragons. I absolutely adore them. Think about it. My favorite thing, my outdoors thing, most people, or I should say, most girls like butterflies or ladybugs or things like that. Me, I'm a dragonfly kind of girl. And this is one of my dragonflies. Isn't he pretty? This is not a cinderwing dragonfly. I haven't even gotten to those yet, but I do plan on it. Believe me. But it is still really neat. And they twist. That was a little tight. And he wants to pop out of it. They're ball joints. And this one wants to pop out. But like I said, it's not a cinder ring. But it's still really neat, and I really, really like it. Okay. So that is it for today. We'll be back, of course, Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Central Time with more to show off and possibly more to do. Mostly today I have been working on inventory, so not a whole lot can be shown or done with that. I've been adding basically all the products that we've been creating over the past few weeks. I've been adding it into our store. Now, none of them show in the store, on our website store. And that's because they don't have pictures yet. Once I put pictures up on them, they'll pop up on the web store. For right now, they are just in-person purchase only because I can still get to them from my point of sale system. But that will change hopefully, soon. I'm not going to say in the next couple of days or in the next week. Soon. I ain't promising nothing anymore. Um, oh, and before I forget, I know that we had left off with testing some of our candles, and this was the lavender and sage one with the new wax. Of course, it's a soy candle, so it doesn't cool down without something happening to the surface. But it's been going great. Smells amazing. The hot throw's incredible. So my candles are perfect. I had made one. I know I had asked Sonia to bring me in one the other day. I was talking about a big cherry candle, and she actually brought me the warmer candle and not the candle. But I can give you a quick view really quick. This was one that I made just at, yeah, you can already see the massive amounts of frosting. This is not the wax that I used. This was a test. And I had a bunch of wax left over after I figured out that I don't like this wax. And so I just made a couple of nice, big, huge you know, candles for candle warmers. And I mean, you can see it's rough. You know, I have plenty of candles that I use on my warmers, and you know, all soy. But this particular soy, it just, I don't like it at all. You know, it just, it's crappy. And my, and it doesn't take color very well either. If you look at the, I don't know if you can see the bottom, but it's like a lot of color has settled at the bottom, and that's been on the warmer multiple times. The fragrance is great, you know, with that wax. The fragrance has been great, but it's everything else that, you know, really sucks. I'm gonna show you this one as a prime example here, and this candle has gotten nasty, so. And you can kind of see how rough the color is in there. This was an already pre-used jar, so I mean, don't get me wrong, the smell is great, the hot throw's great, but the wax itself, it just, I don't like the way it performs, not at all. So I went back to using golden wax, yeah, golden brands wax. And that's what I have, the lavender and sage. My actual production candles are done with the golden wax. You know, all this stuff here was done with American Soy Organics. It was American Soy Organics Midwest Container Wax is what this one was. And like I said, while it has amazing scents, an amazing cold throw, an amazing hot throw, just the way it, you know, aesthetically, it's just not pleasing at all. You know, you have an extremely hard time trying to get a smooth surface. You know, and you see the major amount of frosting that's, you know, all over the edges of that one. And this one, while it has been lit a couple of times, you know, so it's not the smoothest thing anymore, and it does have some tunneling around the wick. It still looks a heck of a lot better than that other candle does. You know, but one of the best things is when, you know, you first pour these candles and everything, I don't have any issues with frosting and tunneling and all of that when I first pour them. And it could be because of some of the methods that I use. You know, usually about an hour after pour, I'll go in. Let me see if I can find it really quick. There we go. I'll go in with this, which is actually for an airbrush, but the tip was slightly bent, so I was able to steal this one from Sonia. But anyway, so I take this about an hour after I pour them. I'll take this and I'll poke some holes into it, especially around the wick, and then I'll melt the top with my heat wand. And usually you'll get, if there's any type of tunneling, holes, whatever you want to call them, any air pockets in there at all, then you'll notice the bubbles coming up as the melted wax from the top drains in. And I could end up doing that 2 or 3 times, but with the Golden brands, once, that's it. And I'd say it's a 50-50 shot, because sometimes I have the air pockets and sometimes I don't. You know, I have noticed that, you know, I have my sweet spots as far as temperatures and things like that go. But, you know, so again, I've noticed, you know, when I pour certain temperatures and things like that, I get better results from doing things at certain temperatures or a certain way. And you know, like 90% of the groups that I'm in say, you know, pour it at around 130 degrees and make sure you pour very, very slowly to help avoid the bubbles and things like that. And yes and no. I have to pour it 140 because I've noticed with the containers that I use and everything, you know, with the way I do them, if I'm pouring at 140, or no, I'm sorry, the candles are poured at 130. It's the wax melts that are poured at 140. So the candles I pour between 130 and 135. And I usually get absolutely amazing results with it. You know, and of course I do heat it up to 180, 185, and then pour my my fragrance in. And as you notice, you know, white candle. I don't use colorings in my candles. I know I've mentioned that before. My soaps have colorings, but my waxes do not, and that's a personal preference as well as a performance preference. Because I, you know, and somebody could argue with me about this, and that's fine, you know, we could have a debate over it. When I add the coloring in, it's like the wicks don't do as well. You know, so my hot throw isn't quite as intense as I would like it to be, and I think that's partially because, you know, not only is it burning the wax and the fragrance, now it's also burning the color as well. So I just excluded the color, and I'm 100% natural candles, period. Now, yes, I have coloring for candles, but I plan on mostly using that when I start doing my big candles, and I will use the coloring on the embeds that go on the top of the candles. So as you melt your candle and the embeds melt, the embeds will colorize the rest of the candle. Yeah, just personal preferences. You know, everybody does candles differently, you know, it's all up to the person, and you know, what they like and what they feel comfortable and all that kind of stuff. So, but okay, so we're gonna end tonight's stream. Hello, Taz. On that note, and I'm gonna go fix dinner because I'm hungry, and I'm sure my other half in the other room is hungry. But that will be it for today. We will see you again Thursday morning. And don't forget, we return to the markets on June 16th. And it will be at the El Encanto Event Center. Hi, Taz. We will be there from noon until 6 p.m. That's what time they're open. So, because I'll probably be there at 11 a.m. till around 7 p.m. So, do not step on my keyboard, you silly boy. So, keep the date. Remember, okay? Because we're very, very excited. We're introducing a lot of new stuff. You know, our candles. This is the first time we're actually going to be selling our candles. You know, we've been playing with them for so long now that you know, it's great to actually have you know, the good wax, the good containers and the good wicks and everything just come together to make a beautiful, great working candle. You know, we've got the new wax for the wax melts and the wax tarts. And speaking of which, the old wax melts and old wax tarts that still perform beautifully, okay, and they're colored and all that kind of stuff, but those are, of course, being discontinued because I'm not using colorings anymore and everything. You know what that means, right? If they're being discontinued, at least as far as I'm concerned, they're on sale. So keep an eye out for that. We will have a sales bin, things you can rifle through, and you know, get them at a discount. So you have to keep an eye out for that. The last tester that I have. This is the last tester that I have, and I don't think it's a candle. It's not. Cold throw is amazing. Now I just need to put it on a warmer to test it, which I will do here shortly because I've got a warmer sitting on that cubby right there on the corner, right above my thumb. But this one, smells amazing. One of our customers had said, because I had a limited edition apple pie fragrance, and she was like, you know, I always look for apple everything, and she's like, and I can never find it except during the holidays. Well, honey, this is one we are going to carry all the time. This isn't a limited edition. This isn't a special edition or, you know, while supplies last or anything like that. This is one we are going to carry all the time. Okay, especially for that reason, because I'm the same way. You know, there are certain scents that, you know, I can only find during the holidays. I want them year round. Are you kidding me? You know, apple pie's one of them. So there are certain scents that we are going to carry year round. You know, especially if, you know, a customer, one of you guys, requests that we, you know, carry that all the time. You know, and if I can, I will make that happen. You know, like I did with the apple pie. Granted, this isn't the same exact fragrance because the other one was apple pie. This one is apple hot baked pie. So it is slightly different. But I actually like this one more. The fragrance is a bit stronger. So of course it you know, permeates a lot better. But all right, y'all. I know I keep saying we're done, but we're actually done. So, again, don't forget June 16th at the El Encanto Event Center from noon to 6 p.m. And it is off of 240 and Western, just north of the 240 and the Winchester Drive-In Theater. If you go to our locations page, you can see the map and everything and find out exactly where we're going to be at that day. I am hoping for the last week in June that we will be at Mary's, but we're going to see how things go before we, you know, make any promises on that, because we are in storm season. And hello, welcome to Oklahoma. We have tornadoes. So, you know, don't worry, Sarah. We have a storm shelter. So it really does just depend on the weather. And because I know that right now they're predicting it's supposed to rain pretty much every weekend for the next, you know, month and a half, 2 months. You know, but it changes, so we'll see. But okay, we will see y'all Thursday morning, 11 a.m. And we will have more stuff to show and more stuff to print and yada yada yada. All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great Wednesday tomorrow. Yeah, happy hump day. And blessed be. See you soon.